Hi everybody, this is Mr. Kaidi here, and today I'm going to talk about the new Empire magazine Godzilla 2014. Yes, Empire magazine has now released a new cover for the latest issue for the newest Godzilla film coming out on May 16, 2014. And I'm gonna put this article as a link in the description below if you can check it out yourself. Very, very awesome cover. Looks very epic. Very amazing in my opinion. Very amazing. It actually shows a front view of Godzilla, the big G, the big guy himself. So yeah, pretty interesting, cover. So yeah, this is what it says in this article. So yeah, here we go. Okay, Empire magazine have just released the cover for their latest issue, which releases tomorrow. The monster-sized magazine cover features a detailed and quite clear frontal view of Godzilla, and the features inside are sure to impress us as well. Check out the cover below as well as Empire's description on what to expect inside. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to talk about, the cover, and then I'm going to talk about my thoughts on what will be inside this Empire magazine cover for the new Godzilla film. So yeah, on the top with the red font, it says Unleash the Beast, Empire magazine, Empire 25th anniversary or something. And then on the bottom it says still the world's biggest movie magazine. April 2014. I don't know why it says April 2014 right here. That's kind of weird. But, I really don't know yet. And then on the side right here in a little circle, it says the world's first look. And then it says Godzilla in Japanese in the, I believe it's horizontal or vertical. I kind of forgot. And then now let's get, okay, actually I'm going to say all, the words. So yeah, there's Godzilla in front, summer movie apocalypse, shock and awe on set for the rebirth of the monster classic, plus floods in Noah, volcanoes in Pompeii, Muppets in London. Okay, we don't have to bring Muppets in the question for Godzilla. But anyways, so it looks like these are just like other covers. And then plus mega news, Star Wars. Actually, no, who cares about that? So now let's get into the thing itself. Not the words, but the action sequence and all the drawings. And not drawings. They could be drawings, but So yeah, we see. Let's go to the minor details about it. So we see a little explosion right on the side of Godzilla's hands. We also see some halo jumpers, kind of, except they have parachutes and they're going down. There's a helicopter. It looks like it's surrounding Godzilla himself, and also Godzilla's spikes. One of them is on fire. It's pretty cool. Maybe that can be the scene where he, shoots the atomic breath. Maybe that's how it's going to look like when it glows or something. If it even glows, because I heard rumors that it's not going to glow, but, those are rumors, and the whole story. That story about, the spikes or the dorsal fins not glowing was part of a forum called Legendary Pictures, and he said that there's going to be this, aquatic meteor or whatever. But they turned out to be fake, so, most likely the spikes glowing or the dorsal fins glowing, the not glowing thing, is probably also fake, and maybe they might glow, or maybe, coincidentally, he was actually correct. And then, we see some soldiers right here, maybe about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 soldiers. There's actually 3 main ones. One of them is actually doing a torch, kind of like the Olympics, whenever they run or whatever, and then that's when they pass the torch along. But I think this torch is actually the part of the trailer, the main trailer, where there were some 4 people shooting flares. Well, it looks like this torch is actually shooting red fumes. So I think this torch or even the flares are actually kind of like a signal for the halo jumpers to tell them where Godzilla's location is at exactly, and when to attack. That's my take on it. And then there's some more smoke across, and then Godzilla himself. He does not look photoshopped. He looks very, very amazing. The full detail. We actually see his chest and a little bit of spikes, and especially his face and his neck area. A little bit of his hands. As they said a bunch of times, the hands look like they can do a bunch of stuff, like, you know, throw buildings or, you know, anything of that sort. The chest kind of does look it kind of resembles the dinner plates. If you have seen that video, it looks like the dinner plates. The neck area looks very fine as well. The face looks like a box face. You know, that's still fine. It's like a box face. He looks very ferocious. The face kind of resembles a bear. Kind of. And also the body kind of looks like a Komodo dragon a little bit. But, you know, that's what Warner Brothers and Legendary use for his fighting skills. He's going to appear like a bear and Komodo dragon. And also act like one whenever he's fighting, or maybe whenever he's, you know, destroying stuff. You know, I don't think about destroying stuff. Maybe those are going to be his characteristics whenever he fights the other Muto creatures. So yeah, pretty cool. The texture is kind of like a brownish texture. Looks like there's a bunch of detail here. The chest is a little bit red. I think it's red just because of the whole halo jumpers going down. Maybe there's some fire and it reflects his thick hide in his chest or something. You know, we don't know. And then his spikes, they don't look like the Zilla 98 spikes, because the Zilla 98 spikes, they had like different form, which I didn't like too much. But these, they look perfectly good. They look very awesome. You know, they look like the 1954, except they're like more bony looking. It looks more like a bone instead of you know, the material that is used for to make the spikes. Like, for example, like rhinos. I don't know if they're going to use this with Godzilla, but rhinos, their like big horn is actually made out of the same material as our nail, I believe. So maybe this can be the same thing with Godzilla's spikes, even though they're like humongous. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, not believable that that's going to be it. But, you know, rhinos. Imagine rhinos. Their horn is made out of the same stuff as our nails. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Like a big mammal, you know, having the same material as a regular human being. So this is going to be the case, but I'm not sure about it yet. And, you know, the whole gill speculation, I don't see any gill. Well, actually, now that I notice it, I see a little bit of gills, kind of. Like, you see some scales that look like pop out of the rest. They don't look like completely flat. They look kind of like a little bit out. So maybe the whole gill theory is actually, you know, correct, where, you know, he's breathing underwater or whatever. Very possible, but, you know, we don't know yet. But, you know, just a theory that was, you know, that started, I don't know, a couple months ago or last year. So overall, very awesome magazine cover. Very awesome. I like the Godzilla himself, of course. And also just the action, like, you know, in the surroundings. It looks like every poster has to have a surrounding, which is pretty good. You know, like for the... Except the one with the logo, that did not have a cover at all because it was just completely black. But for almost all of them, it has it. Like for the Halo jump, it's the San Francisco Bridge in the background. And the Halo jump itself and some planes. And then for this one, it's, you know, helicopters, Halo jumpers, soldiers, and all this mayhem that's going on around him for this Empire magazine. And then the black and white Empire magazine, the other one, this is the newest one. The old Empire magazine one is kind of like the same thing, kind of like this one, except more of a side view, and you can see a little bit of his tail. And you know, the surroundings are actually like helicopters. In the background, you can see a little bit of San Francisco, a little bit from you can tell, because there's that type of building. I forget what it's called. You know, I don't know the buildings in San Francisco because I don't live in San Francisco, so you know, I don't know. But you know, very awesome. It's gonna be a very awesome, you know, film itself, and also the Empire magazine is also cool. But anyways, what else? Oh yeah, the tail, the Godzilla tail poster. It has a helicopters in the side and all this like fume and smoke. And as well as a new poster, it has, you know, destroyed San Francisco, the Halo troopers going down from what you can see in the top. And then this one, you know, all this mayhem going on. So yeah, it looks like everything has to have a surrounding on it, which is pretty cool. That, you know, I know Godzilla's like the main thing, but you know, we can also concentrate on other stuff. Like for example, on this one, helicopters, maybe the Halo jumpers. the word itself, the soldiers in the bottom, and the one with the torch or the flares or whatever. But overall, it's going to be very awesome. So I actually forgot to mention the description for this magazine on what to expect inside. And also, after this, I'm going to give out my thoughts on what to expect on the Empire magazine. So this is the description. Quote unquote, nearly 30% larger than a regular size issue. The magazines are a special collector's item, measuring approximately 26 centimeters by 34 centimeters. You'll be able to buy your own copy, provided you have a large enough bag, of course, tomorrow, Thursday, February 27th, at W.H. Smith's across the country, parentheses, including travel stores, railway stations, airports, and the like, as well as the biggest 50 HMV stores in the UK. So, looks like that's the end of the description. It barely gives out anything. It kind of only gives out the shipping only. So, it looks like Warner Brothers and Legendary are finally giving us marketing, you know, on the 24th. Was it 24th? I think the 23rd, that's when Legendary started to put more of the speech. Actually, I think it was the 24th where they started a bunch of marketing. They did the viral video Godzilla roar thing. They did the audio. They did a bunch of stuff, but I forgot. Oh yeah, the Empire magazine as well. And what else? What else? Come on. There was like way more. There was way more. Actually, they started on the 20th, because on the 20th they released a poster. And then, you know, they skipped about 4 days, and that's when they started again. But they did, like, a bunch. You know, that's when they released the Empire magazine, the viral video of Godzilla's roar, the audio track, that's, you know, the speech of Bryan Cranston talking with emotions, which I really love. You can go ahead and check that video as well. That talked about all that stuff on the 24th. And then 25th, we got the, you know, the main trailer, which of course is excellent, very awesome trailer. King of the trailers, as I mentioned in the review. And then 26th, what do we got? We got an new Empire magazine. And then by March 17th, we're going to get maybe some new Godzilla 2014 images. Or if not, that's when they actually release the Godzilla figures. And March 17th. And then March 7th, most likely, that's when they're going to show the main trailer in the theaters with the Resident Empire 300. So yeah, it looks like Warner Brothers and Legendary is kicking the marketing now. It's going very good. I wonder what marketing is going to appear in the next few weeks or next few months. Because Legendary's Facebook page, was it Facebook or Twitter? I think it was Facebook. They mentioned that there's going to be some big announcement in the upcoming weeks. So I wonder what this big announcement might be. Maybe a new trailer, even though I don't think so. Because, you know, this Facebook, the comment on Facebook from Legendary was actually maybe the 20th or the 22nd around those times. So they mentioned weeks. So, you know, I don't think it's a new trailer. Maybe a new poster. Maybe they show some little, like, pictures. Maybe some new viral videos or something. Maybe some new pictures of the Muto or something. Maybe some little screenshots or something of the new film itself. Maybe, you know, it can be anything. I don't think it's going to be a new poster because we already got a new one. Like, I don't know. How many weeks ago? Like 1 week ago? Around there. So, upcoming weeks, I don't think so. Because, you know, the Halo Jump poster, that was like almost 2 months ago. Around 2 months and 15 days. So I don't think we're going to have a new one in the upcoming weeks. If it was a month, then, you know, it's less than 4 weeks then, technically. Because, you know, 4 weeks will be a month normally. So, you know, most likely it's going to be around March. Around March we're going to see big announcements. Maybe March 7th. Maybe this whole big announcement might actually be you know, linked to the embargo, the March 17th, where they either release the pictures or maybe they just literally release it on toy shelves. So, you know, that's pretty interesting. But what do I expect inside this magazine? Well, first of all, I expect, you know, maybe, you know, since it's an Empire magazine, and I haven't read any Empire magazines, so if you have, and, you know, maybe there's an Empire magazine of, you know, Well, I know they released some pictures for the X-Men Days of Future Past, so that could be a possibility as well for Godzilla. Maybe they might release some little pictures of maybe the Muto, Godzilla, some screenshots of the film, maybe even the Winged Muto, the main antagonist, if that is it, because, you know, the trailer seems like there's going to be a bunch of kaiju, but, you know, we don't know, but, you know, it might be not 3, which are Godzilla, Muto, and Flying Muto. Maybe there will be, like, other Muto, like Aquatic Muto or something, I don't know, but, you know, just speculation. But, yeah, what else? Okay, so I believe want to get maybe some little parts of interviews that the cast has done in the past. Like, you know, just talk about their feelings being in the film or something. Maybe a little part where about Gareth Edwards talks about the film. Maybe you can definitely see the plot synopsis, I believe. Maybe there can be some screenshots, maybe of, you know, the trailer or something. Or maybe we can even get pictures from the Muto and Winged Muto and as well as Godzilla, even though we already have an very clear look at him, the front view, which is very awesome. Very awesome. So yeah, we got that. Like, you know, X-Men Days of Future Past, Empire Magazine actually released all the characters, like Quicksilver, all this crazy stuff. I'm not too much into it. I just, you know Quicksilver because, you know, everybody hated that. That's the only reason how I even know about Quicksilver, because everybody hated it. So I'm not a big fan of the X-Men series. But anyways, so yeah, maybe they will do the same thing where they show screenshots, as I said, Muto, the other monsters, maybe, you know, the scene with the giant skeleton where Sarazawa's at. Maybe a new, you know, I don't know, maybe all the posters or something. You know, not too much. Like maybe the whole entire plot. Maybe they have the whole entire script. I don't think it's going to be nothing of that. Because, come on, it's like just an Empire magazine. It's a movie magazine just for entertainment, and it's not trying to even spoil the film itself. Because then Warner Brothers and Legendary won't even want to release this thing. And yeah, it's going to be released tomorrow, February 27th. It's going to be in the UK. I believe it's going to be worldwide. So, you know, you can purchase it. And yeah, hopefully maybe there's some images of Muto. And if there is, that would be awesome. Maybe even Flying Muto or something. But, you know, I don't know yet. But if there is, that would be very awesome. Very, very, very awesome. But yeah, so if there is any pictures tomorrow, then I will definitely do a video about it. So yes, and for this video, subscribe, like, and comment. Looks like this was a pretty long video. I thought this was going to be like 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes. So it was pretty long actually. Pretty surprising. Literally it was pretty surprising because, you know, just talking about a magazine, it doesn't seem like a bunch, but look how much it took on this, like, I don't know, 18 minutes? Yeah, 18 minutes or something around there. 18 minutes. So that's pretty long. But anyways, and for this video, subscribe, like, and comment, as I said. Tell me in the comments below what do you expect on the Empire magazine, and also what do you think of the new issue, the new cover issue? What do you think about it? So yeah, also I was gonna say something else, but I believe I just forgot right now. Oh yeah, I'll leave this article as a link in the description below, so you can check the picture, the new cover itself, and also read the article as well. So yeah, this is Metal Kaiju signing out.